You don't notice the prison at first because it isn't built of bars. It's built of habits, of fear, of every silent agreement you made with a world that kept shrinking you into something small enough to control. You walk through life thinking you're making choices, but deep down you feel it. The invisible weight around your ribs, tightening every time you try to speak a truth too sharp for the people around you. A tension that whispers, don't do that, don't say that, don't want that, don't become that. And the worst part, you obey. Not because you're weak, but because no one ever taught you another way. No one ever told you that the prison wasn't made by your enemies. It was made by your training. You've carried this longer than you admit, and tonight Machiavelli drags you back to the doorway you've avoided your entire life. The one truth you spent years pretending not to see. Freedom is not given. Freedom is taken. And the first conquest is yourself. You survive things you still don't have words for. But survival isn't freedom. It's captivity with a heartbeat. And the moment you realize that, your real war begins. Because the true prison is not your circumstances, not your past, not the people who underestimated you. The prison is you. And until you dismantle that, you will remain crowned with your own chains. But something inside you is shifting now, isn't it? Some small, defiant part of you that refuses to keep kneeling. That part is why you're here. That part is why the old version of you is starting to suffocate. This is the moment your life begins to make sense. Not because I offer comfort, but because I offer truth sharpened to a blade. Machiavelli didn't fear cages. He feared the man who didn't know he was in one. And right now, that man is you. There's a whisper following you through your days, a tiny suspicion that your life was supposed to feel different, that you were meant for something with more teeth, more edge, more meaning. But every time that inner call rises, something else answers before you can move. A reflex, a hesitation, a memory of all the times you reached and got burned. That hesitation is your jailer. You were trained to doubt yourself before others doubt you. You were conditioned to shrink yourself before anyone asked you to. You were taught to play small just to keep the peace in rooms that never deserved your calm. And that training is why you're stuck in the life you're outgrowing. Machiavelli understood something brutal. The world does not reward who you are. It rewards who you are allowed to become. And no one gives you that permission. Not your family, not your lovers, not society, not the people who pretend to support you, as long as you don't evolve beyond their comfort. The moment you grow past who they need you to be, they call you selfish, cold, arrogant, difficult. And you, trained to defend yourself, begin explaining, apologizing, shrinking back into their expectations. You're not broken. You were never taught another way. Every time someone questioned your worth, you tried to prove it. Every time someone doubted your path, you tried to justify it. Every time someone mistreated you, you tried to be more understanding. But understand this, every defense is a leash. Every explanation is a chain. Every apology for your evolution is another lock on your cell. And Machiavelli would tell you, you cannot ask permission to escape a prison built by obedience. You must break something inside yourself, around yourself, beyond yourself. And that breaking begins with a thought so dangerous you almost swallowed it. Maybe I don't need to defend myself at all. That idea is the first crack in the wall. Something shifts when you stop running from who you could be. The ground beneath your life tilts just enough to make you aware of the imbalance you've lived with for years. It starts small. A moment where you almost explain yourself and don't. A moment where someone questions you and you let the question die in their hands. A moment where you feel the urge to justify your choices and instead you stay silent, letting the tension expand like a dark sun between you. And in that silence, you taste something you haven't felt in years. Power. Not the loud kind, not the dramatic kind, not the kind that begs to be seen, the quiet kind, the kind that sits behind your ribs like a loaded weapon, the kind that doesn't apologize for existing. Machiavelli knew this silence well. He knew the strongest man in the room is never the one who argues, never the one who defends, never the one who reacts. It's the one who doesn't flinch. And you're starting to feel that version of yourself waking up, the version who sees through people, through games, through expectations disguised as kindness, through manipulation dressed in soft tones, The version who knows. If you do not define yourself, others will do it for you, and they will not do it in your favor. This is your first psychological shift. You're no longer asking, what do they think of me? You're beginning to ask, why do I care? Because caring was the trap, defending was the chain, explaining was the cage. You've carried this longer than you admit, but something ancient is rising behind your eyes now. Not anger, but clarity. And once clarity appears, obedience dies. Now the real threat reveals itself. Not the people around you, not the mistakes you made, not the forces that shaped you. The threat is internal, a shadow carved from fear, loyalty, and old survival patterns. The threat is the version of you that still kneels. That part of you whispers, don't change, don't risk it, don't lose people, don't become someone they won't recognize. But Machiavelli would whisper back, lose whoever must be lost, become whoever you must become, but never lose yourself again. And here's the hidden danger you've avoided. People who benefit from your weakness will call your strength a betrayal. They will sense the change in your posture, your silence, your calm withdrawal from their emotional traps. They will feel your aura sharpen, your presence solidify, your boundaries crystallize. And they will try to drag you back into the version of you that served them. Not because they hate you, but because the old you made their life easier. When you grow, you become unpredictable. When you become unpredictable, you become a threat. When you become a threat, their fear turns into sabotage. This is the moment most people go back into the cell, but not you, because the prison is you. And so is the key. The hidden threat isn't that people will resist your transformation. The hidden threat is that you will feel guilty for outgrowing them. But listen carefully. Growth that offends the stagnant is not cruelty. It is evolution. You survive things you still don't have words for. And now life is demanding you survive your own rebirth. It's okay to feel this. You're allowed to want more. You're not imagining this. Something inside you is breaking open, and the world around you is about to shift in response. Here is the revelation you've been avoiding. Freedom is not the absence of control. Freedom is the mastery of it. Machiavelli understood that every person is governed, either by their fears, by their habits, by the opinions of others, or by themselves. And most people never escape the first three. They wake up ruled by fear, they speak ruled by approval, they love ruled by insecurity. They act ruled by consequences they invented in their own mind. They are prisoners walking in open air. But you stand at the threshold of a different destiny, and the cost is brutal. You must kill the version of yourself that was built for their comfort, not with hate, but with precision. The version of you that explains. The version of you that apologizes for your intensity. The version of you that tolerates disrespect in the name of peace. The version of you that stays small so others can feel tall. The version of you that performs softness just to avoid being misunderstood. That self must die, because that self is the prison guard. You don't escape the cage by fighting your enemies. You escape by refusing to obey the part of you that thinks you deserve it. Here is the forbidden truth. Freedom requires a moment of self-betrayal, a betrayal of the weaker self you've outgrown, and that betrayal becomes your salvation. Machiavelli would ask you one question. Why do you fear becoming powerful when being powerless is what almost destroyed you? This is the moment your life begins to make sense. Now watch closely, because your transformation is not one moment. It is made of micro moments, each one tightening the new spine inside you. You walk into a room, someone makes a subtle jab. The old you would defend yourself. The new you lets the silence cut them instead. You receive a message from someone who once drained you. The old you responds out of habit. The new you leaves them unread, watching their access dissolve like fog at sunrise. You feel the urge to explain a decision. The old you panics, afraid of being misunderstood. The new you understands that being misunderstood is the price of being sovereign. You encounter someone who once intimidated you. The old you shrinks. The new you holds eye contact long enough for them to realize they can no longer predict you. You catch yourself apologizing for your boundaries. The old you stumbles. The new you stops mid-sentence and simply says, no. These micro scenes burn away what's left of your old identity. And slowly something else forms. A posture, a presence, a dangerous kind of calm. The kind Machiavelli recognized in rulers, in conquerors, in people who refuse to be governed by fear anymore. The kind that forces the world to recalibrate around you. This is your beginning, not the soft one, the sharp one. Freedom is not a feeling, it is a stance, and you have just taken it. You walk into your life like you're entering a room you've never actually seen before. Not because it changed, but because you did. The air feels different now, sharper, thicker, as if the world is studying you the same way you used to study it. Your footsteps are slower, not hesitant, controlled, measuring the ground beneath you like each step is a choice, not a reflex. You feel the weight of your spine, the precision in your breath, the quiet confidence that settles behind your eyes like a predator who finally remembers what it is. People sense it before you speak. Their voices shift, their posture adjusts. Their eyes track you in a way that betrays something primal. Curiosity mixed with caution. Because you're not walking in as the version of yourself they're used to. You're walking in as someone who has tasted silence as power, not punishment. Someone who survives storms without needing to announce the thunder. You notice more now. The false laughter, the hidden envy, the tension in someone's jaw when you don't react the way they expected. The flicker in someone's eyes when you don't shrink this time. You walk into the room and for the first time, you feel untouchable. Not because you're stronger than them, but because you stop being hostage to their approval. And when a person becomes immune to validation, they become unpredictable. And when a person becomes unpredictable, they become powerful. This is your new world, and everyone in it is recalibrating around the shift they can't explain. Now the curiosity begins. Not yours, theirs. They're trying to solve you like a riddle that shouldn't exist. Why did you stop responding so quickly? Why do you wait before answering now? Why doesn't your face flinch when they test you? Why does your silence feel heavier than their words? You can feel their questions hanging in the air like unspoken confessions. And deep down, you know why? You broke the pattern. The version of you they depended on, the predictable one, is gone. Now you move with intention. You choose your reactions like weapons. You choose your words like currency. You choose your presence the way a king chooses when to enter the throne room. Everything about you feels deliberate now, measured, unreadable, and people fear what they cannot read. This is where the emotional threads begin to pull tighter. Thread 1. Someone from your past senses the distance and starts chasing your attention harder. Thread 2. Someone who once undervalued you now watches you like you're holding a secret they need. Thread 3. Someone who thought they had power over you suddenly doesn't, and their discomfort becomes visible. Thread 4. You feel a pull inside yourself. The conflict between who you were trained to be and who you're becoming. You are not done becoming yet. You're in the doorway where the old self begs and the new self waits. And Machiavelli whispers from the threshold, do not return to who you fought to escape. Freedom has a price, and you are finally paying it. Then something unexpected happens. A rhythm break. Life throws you a moment that tests the edges of your transformation. A confrontation, a subtle disrespect, a tone shift in someone's voice you would have excused before, a challenge disguised as a joke, a request that assumes the old version of you still answers. The room goes quiet inside your mind. You feel the tension rise, but it's clean now. Sharp, focused. Your pulse doesn't spike. Your breath doesn't shake. Your shoulders don't cave. And instead of reacting, something colder moves inside you. A new instinct, a new psychology. You don't defend, you don't justify, you don't explain, you simply observe. And the moment stretches, slow and surgical, until the other person feels the weight of your silence and begins to crumble under it. They look nervous, they fidget, they try to fill the space. They laugh to soften the tension you didn't create. They did. Because Machiavelli knew, the one who reacts first loses the frame. The one who holds silence controls it. And here you are, controlling what you never knew you were allowed to control. Their discomfort becomes the confession. Their insecurity becomes exposed. Their need for your reaction becomes your victory. You didn't fight. You didn't attack. You didn't break composure. You simply refused to kneel. And in that refusal, the power dynamic flips without a single word. This is where your story becomes dangerous. Not because you seek danger, but because you no longer fear it. The world responds to your change. People notice your presence before your words. Your silence becomes a weapon. Your boundaries become law. Your gaze becomes something people measure themselves against. And those who listen to you, those who sense the shift, begin to follow the way one follows a dark road lit only by instinct. Because you've become the person they wish they could be, unbothered, unshaken, unreadable. And the truth is, your journey is just beginning. You're learning to read people the way Machiavelli did, not through their words, but through their reactions to your silence. You're learning to respond less and observe more, to detach without hostility, to disappear without apology, to choose yourself without guilt. And as you rise into this new identity, something becomes clear. The world bends for those who refuse to break for it. If you stay on this path, if you keep sharpening the edges of your presence, you will not just escape your prison, you will redesign your entire life with the precision of someone who finally understands their worth. And when the moment comes, the moment you stand fully inside who you were always meant to be, you won't need anyone's permission, not even mine. The door of your old life cracks behind you. You don't turn back. You walk forward with a truth burning in your chest like a second heartbeat. No one can imprison a person who no longer answers to fear.